Welcome back to the Coins Numismatic Series. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic commemorative coins ever struck by the United States Mint, the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy Half Dollar with the Denver Mint mark, in good condition. This coin isn't just a piece of metal, it's a piece of history, a celebration of America's bicentennial, a symbol of freedom, and a collector's item that bridges 2 centuries. Historical context. The Kennedy Half Dollar itself has an incredible story. First issued in 1964, it was created to honor President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination in 1963. The coin quickly became one of the most popular pieces in circulation, admired not only for its tribute but also for its elegant design. Fast forward to the mid-1970s, America was preparing to celebrate its 200th birthday, the bicentennial of the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. The U.S. Mint decided that this once-in-a-lifetime event deserved special recognition. And so, in 1975 and 1976, they produced special commemorative designs for the quarter, half dollar, and dollar coins. For the Kennedy half dollar, that meant a unique reverse design featuring Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the building where both the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution were debated and adopted. This was the first time a circulating U.S. coin honored a specific building, making it instantly special. Now, the coin we're looking at today has the D Mint mark, which means it was struck at the Denver Mint in 1976. This is important because mint marks, as many of you know, play a huge role in collectability and value. The Denver Mint produced millions of these coins, but the condition, strike quality, and sometimes even small variations determine how sought after they are today. Design features. Let's move on to the design, because this coin is full of symbolism. On the obverse, that's the front, we have the familiar portrait of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. This portrait has remained largely unchanged since 1964, though the dates on this bicentennial version are special. Instead of showing a single year, the obverse bears a dual date, 1776 to 1976, marking America's 200 years of independence. The phrase, "Liberty," arches above Kennedy's head, while the national motto, "In God We Trust," is split across the bottom. And of course, just beneath Kennedy's neck, you'll find the mint mark, D, indicating Denver. On the reverse, things get even more interesting. Designed by Seth G. Huntington, the reverse shows Independence Hall in Philadelphia. This was the first time Independence Hall had ever appeared on U.S. coinage. The level of detail is impressive, especially when you consider that this design had to fit onto the relatively small canvas of a half dollar. Above the building, the words, "United States of America," curve around the edge. Beneath it, you see the denomination, half dollar. On the left of the building, the phrase, 200 Years of Freedom, is inscribed, while on the right, we see the traditional motto, E Pluribus Unum. The symbolism here is rich. Independence Hall isn't just a building, it's the birthplace of the United States. By placing it on this commemorative coin, the Mint was reminding Americans of their shared heritage and celebrating the values of liberty and democracy. Mintage. Now let's talk numbers, because mintage always matters in numismatics. The 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar was produced in massive quantities. For the Denver Mint alone, over 287 million were struck for circulation. That's an enormous number, and it explains why these coins are still relatively easy to find in circulation today. In addition to circulation strikes, there were also special collector issues. Proof versions were struck at the San Francisco Mint, and there were also 40% silver versions available in special sets. But for the Denver business strike coins, like the one we're discussing, the sheer mintage means they're not considered rare. However, that doesn't mean all coins are created equal. Most circulated examples are in lower grades, ranging from good to very fine. Finding coins in mint state condition, especially with strong strikes and clean surfaces, is more of a challenge. That's where collectors place their premiums. Market value. So what about value? For a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar with the D Mint mark in good condition, like the one we're talking about today, the market value is modest. Typically, these coins trade for 50 cents to $1 in circulated condition. That might sound underwhelming, but remember, value isn't just about the dollar amount. It's about history, symbolism, and collectability. Now, if you move up the grading scale, things get more interesting. An uncirculated example in MS-65 condition might fetch $10 to $20. Proof versions or 40% silver bicentennial halves can be worth even more, sometimes in the $30 to $50 range or higher, depending on grade and demand. What's important here is understanding that the coin in good condition is a piece of history accessible to everyone. Not every collector can afford rare gold coins or early silver dollars, but almost anyone can add a bicentennial Kennedy half dollar to their collection. And that inclusivity is part of what makes this coin special. Errors and varieties. Collectors love error coins, and the bicentennial Kennedy half dollar has its share. Some of the most notable errors include double dies. A few examples exist with doubling in the inscriptions, particularly around the dates or lettering. Off-center strikes. These are relatively scarce but can command a premium when found. Clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin's edge is missing, often creating a crescent shape. Struck-through errors, where foreign material gets between the die and the planchet, leaving an unusual impression. While these errors are rare compared to the standard circulation strikes, they can elevate the value of a bicentennial half dollar dramatically. Even a minor error can transform a 50-cent piece into a coin worth hundreds of dollars, depending on demand. Collector interest. Now let's talk about collector demand. The Kennedy Half Dollar series is one of the most collected modern U.S. coin series. Part of that is because of its connection to President Kennedy, who remains a beloved figure. But part of it is also because the series has been continuously issued since 1964, giving collectors a wide variety of coins to pursue. The bicentennial version holds a special place in that series. It was the only time the reverse design changed during the 20th century, and it commemorates a national milestone. Many collectors who weren't even alive in 1976 still want to own a bicentennial half dollar, simply because of its significance. For newer collectors, this coin often serves as an entry point. It's affordable, easy to find, and instantly recognizable. For advanced collectors, the challenge lies in finding pristine examples, high grades, or rare error coins. Another aspect of interest is nostalgia. Many Americans remember these coins from their childhood, whether they received them in change or collected them from bank rolls. That personal connection adds sentimental value that goes beyond the market price. So, what makes the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar with the Denver mint mark in good condition special? It's not rarity. It's not a high market price. What makes it special is its story. It's a coin that represents the spirit of America's bicentennial, a time when the entire nation came together to celebrate 200 years of freedom. It's a coin that honors President Kennedy, a symbol of hope and inspiration for millions. And it's a coin that invites collectors of all levels to join in the hobby, whether you're spending $1 or $100. This is more than just a piece of change. It's a conversation starter. It's a history lesson in your pocket. And it's a reminder that even the most common coins can carry extraordinary meaning. That's it for today's deep dive into the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half dollar with the D mint mark in good condition. If you enjoyed this journey through history, design, and collector insights, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the Coins Numismatic Series, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next exploration. Coins aren't just currency. They're storytellers. And every coin in your collection has a story worth sharing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.